what you need to know about the entertainment space within Nigeria, and of course, the world beyond. And this morning, I have it with me to run through all the stories and information that you need to know about. Irabor Okosun is with me on the grapevine. Irabor, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Great to be on.
All right, great. Okay, then. So to be part of the grapevine this morning, you can, of course, get across to us via WhatsApp on 0809 444 981 That's the number to send your messages to via WhatsApp. All right, there are so many things have been going on, so many different happenings in the world of
Indeed.
entertainment. Now, let's begin with Seun Kuti here. Now, that is
Mm-hmm.
a story that over the weekend got everybody talking. The video that made the round that went viral, and well, he has since he turned himself into to the police yesterday about 8 a.m. yesterday. And let me just go through the story here with an update on the story. So it was the Punch actually gathered exclusively that following the incident that led to his arrest on Monday, that he had apologized and given the sum of 12,000 naira, Nigerian naira, yes, to the assaulted officer to repair his damaged vehicle. Now, sources privy to the incident confirmed this development to reporters on Monday, adding that the officer had trailed Seun Kuti to his Acne Oshiomi residence in Ikeja after the musician bashed his vehicle on the mainland ridge. Now, Irabor, a lot has been said about this issue, a lot of different reactions, different thoughts. But let me gather your own thoughts on this issue as a whole.
Yeah. First off, whenever we talk about Seun Kuti, I always want people to know that I would
Irabor?
attend to the incident, not the person, even if his role in
You broke up for
society.
a
I just
bit.
don't understand what he. Yeah, I'm saying whenever we talk about Seun Kuti, I just want people to always understand that I would definitely talk about the incident and not make it personal about the person itself. In as much as I'm not really a fan of Seun Kuti, sometimes I really don't understand Seun Kuti's role based on what he's trying to assert himself as, maybe an opinion leader or something. I don't know, backing off, his dad or something. But in this instance, 12,000 naira for bashing. I don't know how bad that car was bashed. I don't understand the full situation, but going by how Seun tries to talk about the police and situations in Nigeria and accountability, I don't think that matches up well, in my own opinion. I saw him in cuffs. I saw them taking a mock shot. So if it
Can
was a
we,
case
can,
of
can we really call that a mugshot? But it seemed like a photo shoot of sorts. How could we call
yeah,
that a
it seemed like
mugshot?
a photo shoot of an album cover or something.
Exactly. So I was beginning to wonder.
Like I kind of cuffs, yeah, taking him in cuffs and taking a mock shot. If that's the case, then something else happened. Because if you bash someone's car, I don't think it warrants an arrest. It can be okay. You call your insurance company. I call my insurance company. Then we figure out what we need to do. So definitely, there's probably something else that happened, with this whole incident. So hopefully, we can get more information, and at the end of the day, we can make proper assertions as to what really happened. But right now, in my own opinion, I feel Seun Kuti just needs to lay low, do what's right, and not try to be overzealous in his pursuits, trying to assert himself as this. I don't know what to call it. But yes, definitely, if it's a case of he bashed the car unknowingly, he has to pay for damages. And if the police, them too, broke the law by pursuing him in a manner that wasn't warranted, or them arresting him for something else aside that bashing, then yes, we have to also look into it as citizens to protect him as a citizen too. So this is a story that I'm still monitoring, my own personal space, and I look forward to seeing the end to it, at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. But really quickly before we actually move on from this, there were also different reactions to the incident. His the attack on the policeman, the slap on the policeman, and everything. Different people have said different things. Some people have said that the police they are usually high-handed and they got what they deserved. Other people have said that that wasn't the way to go, that he shouldn't have reacted in that way, that even if the policeman was in the wrong, that being physical with him definitely should not have been his reaction. Bearing in mind what he said claiming that, he was trying to physically harm his family. So meaning that his family was with him at the time.
Yeah. So that one now, it goes to the issue of protecting your family, making sure that you being the leader, the head of the family, you protect your family. Yes, whether it's the police or the army or a regular normal human being coming after your family, it's your duty to protect. Yes, if that person steps out of bounds.
Irabor.
So I'm saying I recognize every facet what you need to do in that situation. So in this case, if you're at
Irabor, you there? Looks like some technical issues with the connection. Well, this is the Great Final Smooth 98.1. You can be a part of the conversation this morning. You can send your messages in via WhatsApp 0809 444 0981 0809 444 0981. That is the number to send your messages in via WhatsApp. Irabor, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, fantastic. It seemed like the network was trying to be a bit iffy. All right, now let's talk about Hilda Bassi and of course world records. This has been making rounds since last Thursday, and
yeah,
Nigerians have had a lot of things to say. The world record attempt, and of course she hitting the 100-hour mark for cooking non-stop. Now I don't know about you, Irabor, on one hand, but I can't really think of many things that I would do for 100 hours non-stop.
mm-hmm.
I really cannot. So what's your take on the attempt itself, and of course her actually breaking the record, and the way Nigerians have reacted to it? There has been so much togetherness, there's been so much enthusiasm, support for her in this. Now this actually goes to show that when Nigerians come together for a particular cause, there really isn't anything or anyone that can get in our way.
Yeah, most definitely. That's why everybody is doing their best, to oppress, the masses, because they know that once we band together, real change, real legislation, real everything can happen for sure. And it goes to show that the Nigerian youth would support what's right, but everybody just needs that, push at the end of the day. And I'm so happy and I'm proud of Nigerians supporting, great causes like this. For Hilda, that move is ballsy, it's strategic, it's putting her on the map, it's putting the country on the map, it's basically positioning her for greatness. Because right now, like I saw an Instagram post where the manager was saying, Nigerian brands, that they went to meet, they got a lot of no's, and Nigerian brands will only support you, or brands in general will only support you when you've done it, or they see that you're doing it. That's when they now, join their wagon to yours. So you can imagine how difficult it would have been in the beginning when she was trying to strategize or plan out this thing and basically going to go and meet people and not getting support that she thought automatically should have been happening, but it didn't happen. But she still went on regardless. And I'm sure a lot of people started banding together on social media. All the brands were now associating themselves with her, creating posts on Instagram, doing this and doing that. And Hilda, most definitely, she's going to come out of this with a lot of endorsements. She's going to come out of this with a lot of perks, basically. I hope she has the right team to position herself to milk this to the T. So that, because at the end of the day, just like we have with BB Nigeria and all those reality TV shows, you get hot for a moment and you just need that base. It's just like when you're cooking, jollof rice, you need that base to get the jollof rice cooking and sweet. So once you get that base, what are you now going to do with your jollof rice? Are you going to make it done? Are you going to serve it to as many people as possible? So she needs to now figure out that bit, because once you break the record, the buzz is there, it dies down, everybody moves on. Okay, so how do you now improve on that? That's another key part of it. After she has gone to the hospital to go and get a chiropractor or something, because she's gonna need that for sure. But shout out to Nigeria, even the Lagos State governor going there. We also had Pastor Bolaji Dowu. We had Tiwa Savage.
You even got a call from the vice president as well.
Vice president, like a lot of people, just showing up for her, having performances, Spiro, so like really that's what it's about. I mean, you see what happened with NSAS now. Everybody coming together to make sure that yes, this thing that we're really pursuing, it's going to happen. So I really wish Nigerians take this, in context and try to attach that same energy for things that really, really matter as well to help us, get over this hump that we're in right now.
Definitely. Irabor, I'm actually glad you mentioned that, she needs to take full advantage of this and milk it for what it's worth. Now, we've seen at different times, different people who have quote unquote blown, as they say, for a very brief period of time, and they just go back into obscurity. We've seen former winners of Big Brother Nigeria and other, reality shows, singing shows, and so on and so forth. There's this hype about them for a little bit of time, and poof, they're gone. Now, how important is it for individuals who are trying to get out there? How important is it to not just look at, oh, okay, let me figure out how I'm going to get into that public space, that limelight, but also how I'm actually going to stay there? Because it seems like a lot of people don't factor that in, or either they do, or they have no idea about the right way to keep themselves in that space.
Yeah, certainly. Do I even use this as an example? So let me use this as an example. Now I'm not typically going at Gen Zs. I just typically go at people. So there are people who have come to meet me and they're like, oh, I want to be a presenter. I want to be a talking head. I want to be this. I want to do events. I want to do that and X, Y, Z, And when they now come, we meet and we're talking. They've not even done the primary stage of them having an Android phone or an iPhone or something to even just use the internet to research or go to Smooth FM to just listen or, watch on YouTube, maybe Ryan's Secrets or something like that.
To have an idea of what goes on.
To have an idea of what it is. So a lot of people create excuses that you just look at them and you're not ready. So those people who go to BB Nigeria or do things like what Hilda is trying to do, the first thing you need to do is to use your phone to research, learn, read. There's no wokeness in all that. You have to do the groundwork. There are a lot of BB Nigeria people today who, I really don't know what they're doing. I don't even know if they're doing anything, So I'm sure that you see Toby Bakri, who is really milking it. Ebuka till today is milking it.
They are everywhere.
They're everywhere. They know what they're doing. They have the right team in place. But these people just go and they feel, oh, yes, everything will take care of itself. No, you have to plan. This thing that Hilda is doing, she has done, I can't imagine the strategy sessions in this entire process. I cannot imagine how they planned it, how they thought it through, how the research, contacting the Guinness World Record. When you see people like Mo Abudu, for example, people see Mo Abudu today and they're just, oh, I want to be. She's still trying to be even Mo Abudu till today. So it takes a lot of work. So when people try to want to be something, you have to put your back into it. You have to constantly be improving. You have to constantly be researching. You have to be trying so many things. You have to have a great team. Above all, yes, God is there. But my point is that hard work, that bit, a lot of people run away from it. They don't understand that that's what it takes. So that's what people have to.
All right. You can't, there is no substitute for the hard work. Definitely, you need to put that in. All righty. This is the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. It's Smooth Breakfast with Ayo and Irabor. We'll be back in a moment. Do stay with us. Your network is just doing bala bala. Like you're breaking. Irabor, can you hear me?
As in, I have changed from mobile network to Wi-Fi. I have changed from mobile network to Wi-Fi.
Everything is still now what, Niger?
I have changed from mobile network to Wi-Fi. Like I'm using Wi-Fi now. I don't even understand what's going on.
Niger will fall your hand.
From MTN to SpectraNet.
All right, let's hope that's better. Definitely don't want to touch that dial. Keep it tuned to Smooth 98.1, your love music, love life station. This is the Grapevine on the Smooth Breakfast. My name is Ayo, and with me discussing news from the entertainment space is Irabor. All right, let's take a couple of messages from WhatsApp. Let's see what you have to say concerning what we've been discussing this morning. This is from Orov, and he says, slapping a policeman in uniform, no way. It is madness and totally unacceptable. I'm not a fan of how the police have acted lately within our polity, but this, no excuse. All right, let's take another one. This is from Tayo. Tayo said, Seun knew he was going to be compliant by turning himself in. He should have done the same by reporting. Two wrongs don't make a right. Social media is full of citizens reporting errant police officers with immediate discipline. He had himself to blame. If he's charged to court for assault, he just putting his extended family on unnecessary pressure to intervene from behind the scenes. More so, why must the Inspector General direct for an investigation in such a local matter? Anyway, he shouldn't forget to drop a song or album about the ordeal. Bukun says, good morning, guys. We need to hear the full story because Seun said the policeman endangered his family, and you could see that he was very angry. There are rules of engagement, and nobody should recklessly endanger any other person. I wonder what would have happened if the conduct of the policeman resulted in a fatal accident. It may be that Seun was provoked, but let's wait and see. All right, thank you for your message. Yeah, definitely, we would love to hear the other side of this story where Seun is concerned, but it doesn't change the fact that he got physical by assaulting a policeman in a uniform, which in itself is a no-no. But hey, two wrongs definitely don't make a right, and we want to see how this entire story, this entire saga actually plays out. Alrighty, let's check out what else has been going on. And this was a sad one about Saint Obi, the famous Nollywood actor and film director. He passed on at the age of 57 after a prolonged illness. Now, according to multiple, he lost the battle with an undisclosed illness earlier in the week. And there were speculations that this couple had broken out within the deceased family, preventing the announcement of his death from being made public. And in Nollywood in the past week, it has just been a sad one back to back. I mean, first was Saint Obi, and then we also heard about the passing of Murphy Afolabi as well. Yeah, and I was just so surprised. What exactly is going on? Because I think there was a time a couple of years ago when some of our thespians were passing within a short space of each other, and the first about Saint Obi, and the next thing about Murphy Afolabi, and I began to wonder, wow, what exactly is going on?
Yeah, the thing in Nollywood, first of all, I'm not even going to knock Nollywood. Nollywood has grown so much, but there's something about Nollywood that I would love, which they've already even started. The new guild, they are working with some insurance companies to get insurance for actors while they register to the guild, because they need protection, because these guys, there's some seasons where you're hot and you're not, but you need to still be covered at the end of the day. So the likes of me and those legends, a good number of them have issues because, the way we live in Nigeria, there are a lot of staple foods that we eat. People are not really taking care of themselves, which is why I'm happy a lot of people are taking to fitness, mental health, and so many things. So it's just sad to see our legends go like this. It's an undisclosed illness. We don't know what it is, but certainly it led to his death. So it is now for us to rally around as Nollywood stakeholders to make sure that there are certain things in place to try our best to prevent certain things like this from happening. And that whole scuffle compound most definitely would be a family thing, because when tragedy hits, people have different ways they want to communicate or not communicate, or how they want to carry on with making the public know, especially when it's a public figure. So we wish the family the best, during this time. Our thoughts and prayers are, to the Saint-Obi family, and also the Murphy Afolabi family, because nobody wants to lose a family member, because you don't know the level of burden that he had to bear, being that person in that family. So that going away really would just leave the family with a lot, So we pray that God, gives them the fortitude to bear the loss. Nollywood, yeah, very, 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 very huge void, because one is a Yoruba, Nollywood star. He's still a Nollywood star, but like his major focus was, Yoruba movies. Then Saint-Obi just being, that Nollywood veteran, which is why we're so happy to see the likes of Chidi Mokeme come back. Everybody's hoping for Emeka Ike, and we see Osofia, we see Mr. Ibu also had a health issue before, and our thoughts and prayers were sent to him too. Yeah, so we still see Akia Popo till today, in the memes and everything, because Nigerians love that old Nollywood. Nigerians love the industry. So it's just a sad time for now, and we just hope and pray that things work out well moving forward.
Yeah, we hope and pray that the Lord grants the family the fortitude to bear the loss and to be able to cope with this. There's a message here from Tayo on WhatsApp, and he says, "I heard the story and did not want to believe it. First Saint-Obi and multiple reports of others like Murphy Afolabi. God truly bless the departed and comfort their families." Amen to that. Well, let's talk music here, Irabor. Now, one day come. My singing was terrible, but I could not resist doing that. He says he's bringing something different. Different.
One day.
To his upcoming album, which is to be titled Legend or No Legend. Now, Wande Coal is one of those artists in Nigeria, one of those artists that you can say that this man can sing. We have a lot of musical artists, but not too many of them can actually sing. Wande Coal, the man can sing, definitely. So he's dropping his third album and his fourth.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, but now I really don't know what happened to
go on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Ayo.
I can hear you loud and
so
clear.
I really don't know what happened to Mohit itself, the record label, because I don't know what happened to Mohit, because that record label, they set the pace of the new generation of artists that were going to come and just take over, the music industry in Nigeria and take it to that next level, because you had the likes of the band doing songs with Snoop Dogg and co. So, because that time you had One Day, you had the band, you had Don Jazzy, you had Dr. Sid, you had the Prince. They were doing great things. One Day's album to me is one of the greatest albums of all time, in Nigeria. Motion to More Hits was on repeat, no skipping, no skipping. We didn't need to do exercise on that album. That album was fire through and through. Ah, my God, my goodness. One day was that star. One day was that guy that, yes, we knew he had the voice, the hook, he had everything. So I'm looking forward to this album, Legend or No Legend, but I really don't, his talent wasn't followed through. I don't think we saw the full potential, because we missed out on at least 3 to 5 albums in that span, from Motion to More Hits to this particular album that we're having now. So that whole feud between Don Jazzy and D'banj, and I don't know what just happened. I really don't get it, because P Square, I can mention other people that just had this feud and it just robbed us off of great music that I can be sure that if One Day and all those other guys that came up from One Day's time leading till now would have had great songs, great collaborations with Fireboy, Joe Boy. I'm saying the likes of them who what's the name of this guy again? Shank, all those guys. But I don't know what happened. They just disbanded and we are here now today. But at the end of the day, the band, Don Jazzy has that record label now that he has, Maven, and he's now getting new generation artists to come, and they're also performing well. But I'm just so sad about that fact that we just didn't get any follow-up from the likes of One Day and Co. Yes, but he's a legend for sure. There's no doubt that one album has done it for him.
Definitely. And talking about more hits, this my opinion might not be the most popular one, but more hits at that time kind of gave me a vibe similar to what we had with Death Row Records and Suge Knight then, with all the artists that he had. Like, he had the game on lockdown. That's the kind of vibe that more hits actually gave me. I mean, everybody isn't going to agree with that, but he just had it going on the way Death Row Records had it going on at that time. Man, we've seen great things. We've seen great things in Nigeria. All right, really quickly, let's talk about Fast and Furious. Yes,
you only had EME. EME was the only one trying to compete, and Olamide and Co.
Yeah, at the time. All right, really quickly, Rob. Well, let's talk about Fast and Furious 10, which is set to be released on Friday. That's the 19th. And Paul Walker's daughter, that's a Meadow Walker Thornton Allen, that's quite a mouthful. She's honoring Paul Walker's legacy by making a cameo in the movie. And she posted a preview of her appearance in the movie on her Instagram page and wrote about how much it meant to her to be part of the 10th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise films that her father was popularly known for. Your thoughts about that?
Yeah, things go full circle, definitely. And the fast, I said a lot of things go full circle sometimes. The central theme for Fast and Furious, it grew to become family. Yeah, so it's going to be a very lovely thing to see, just like when we had Endgame and we had Black Panther 2, and you had the likes of T'Challa being giving a tribute. We had that other song with Khalifa and Charlie Puth, when they had, I think it was Fast 7 or Fast 8. I can't remember that song that won an award.
That one.
This franchise has grown to, See You Again. Yes, this franchise has grown beyond they thought. It was 7, right? It was 7.
I think it was 7.
Yeah. The franchise has grown so much because I'm sure when they did the first film, I don't think they imagined it growing to this level.
I don't.
Where it would, I don't think they imagined it level. And a lot of people are saying they should stop it. A lot of people are saying, call it quits, just wrap it up and let's move on. Because me, I always think about the business. If it's making money, go and keep making the money. Grey's Anatomy is still on till today. For example, I'll use Nollywood. Mo Abudu would do Chief Daddy 1, Chief Daddy 2. Why? If you guys don't like it, no problem. But is it making money for her? Oh, yes. Is it the kind of film that we want representing us? That one guy is making money? So that's a different discussion altogether. But Fast X, they are still making money for sure. They will keep doing it. They will keep improving it until the wheels fall off, literally, because they went to space the other time. So until the jet fuel finishes.
Oh my goodness. All right. That's all we can take on the Grapevine today. Thank you so much, Irabor, for joining me to have a break down all the entertainment stories making the rounds. Do have yourself a great Tuesday and a great week ahead.
My pleasure, always. All
right, cheers. Alrighty, we've come to the end of the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1, the Love Music Love Live station. In about 15 minutes.
Sorry for the network.
13 minutes.
Don't know what happened today.
For Lagos Talk Lagos, we're going to get talking Stay with us. All right, Irabor, thanks a lot.